Morning, everyone. Welcome back to Keeping It Real. And today we are in a different location. We are at a hotel and we're doing a staycation. We'll do a whole vlog about it, but today we're talking about just like self-care for your relationship and tips we have when it is a pandemic, you are parents, life is crazy, and the last thing you remember to do is put the energy back into your relationship. And I feel like we have definitely been a victim of that, and we're just trying to change and make some new ways of getting back to us, because becoming first-time parents during COVID has been a lot.
Yeah.
And then to be medical parents, it's like, whoa.
I mean, this is the first time we've ever done this in what has been 2 years. And I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. Speaking for myself, separation anxiety, being away from Cali, always wanting to check up, because it's different if an emergency happens and she's in the hospital already. Then it's like we know that she's taken care of, but it's like that detachment of she's at home with our amazing nurses. We're here. Since it is the first time, it's hard to kind of fully relax. But this was a interesting challenge, to say the least, to see even a test of, can we do this? Which we proved we can. But again, it's just being able to step away from everything we know as just everything we know, and just everything you get caught up in, because of pandemic. A lot of people are just in the same routine all the time, and so this is a little bit of a break. Not quite as much of a refresh as I would have liked. I don't sleep well outside of my bed, so but everything else was good. Like, we were able to chat about goals, obviously create content, and really just relax, and like not have to go running to suction or go running in Callie's room to make sure she's sleeping or whatever. So it was a different change for us.
Definitely. And we're not too far. So like our test was like, let's go a half hour away. So if anything is needed, we're still a quick drive. So that was like, okay, we did that. And then like Rome said, it wasn't quite a recharge. Like, we had plans to get a massage. That didn't work out. Even like all the beans in the world, I felt like we're trying to tell us not to go, in a sense, or like keep us from going. Like yesterday, Callie did nap, and she had like some other things going on, and it was just like, me and you, like, should we stay? And it's like that parent guilt you have of like taking time for yourself was definitely kicking in. It was like, no, we're going to go. We're gonna do this for ourselves, even if we just go and have dinner and watch all the shows we would have watched at home. We're gonna just leave this space, because you touched on this. We work from home, we have our breaks at home, we live at home. Like, we're living in our house 24/7, and we don't have many breaks. So like a change of scenery was really nice for our mental. And then we just gonna chat about some other things we'll do to reset. So we're gonna start including some massages. We found this like in-home spa. So that's one thing, is like for our body. How do we? Oh, it's like it's an app where you can go on and have a masseuse come to your home and give you a massage or a facial. So we're gonna do that. We're definitely gonna do more things like together, but also separate. So like, you have some things going up, and it's so important for you to hang out with your friends. And then I actually have a trip I'm doing to hang out with one of my friends and my cousins. So it's like taking time for ourselves separate of each other also helps our relationship. And so it's like having this fine balance of family time, me and Rome time, Rome and Cali, me and Cali, and then us by ourselves with friends outside of family.
Yeah, and really it's something that you can't just do, like we can't just do. And I would say any parent who wants to try to do something like this, make sure you communicate with your spouse or your partner to just say, hey, this is what I have coming up this date. Does it work for you? And then, find ways to compromise and all that stuff like that. Because no one wants to be the one where a parent is left with all of the duties and everything, especially as a medical parent. And so, yeah, I think it is important that we do that, but also to to really focus on like our bodies, our minds, our spirits. So I've been journaling, excuse me. And this is really the first time that I have started like writing things out intentionally, because there's a psychologist friend of mine who mentioned that I was always a speak it out loud person. I kept everything up here. And so he said that, you know, higher probability for you to achieve or manifest, you know, those goals is to actually write it out. And the reason being is because when you talk it out in your brain, there's almost a sense of you're already doing it. And so you're not going as hard to do it as opposed if you wrote it out. It's almost like your North Star, like your guide to be like, okay, I gotta muscle memory, gotta keep doing this, and then you'll put in the work to do it. And so, you know, again, knowing what's coming up in a few months, like I'm very intentional about what I'm writing, what I'm speaking out there, because I know how powerful words are. And again, I'm just trying to be prepared for it and whatever comes in the next few months.
Yeah, and I noticed that. I noticed you've been journaling, and we've got this whiteboard next to your desk. In the morning, you write your mantra on it, and I love it because you are one that maybe keeps like your thoughts close to your chest or like your vision. And I'm the talker, you guys, no surprise. So I'm constantly over communicating and sharing a lot. That's how I process. I want like all the information and let me take what I need. And Rome is like, I'm gonna just tell you what I feel like you need. But it's like, how do you know that if you're not in my head? So it's like, it's been good to see you write things down and for me to be able to read them and see like your thought process. And then it's also, I feel like been a skill that's helped you communicate more of like filling in the gaps rather than like you're just so concise. And because of that, it misses some of the steps that I need. So I feel like we've gotten better by you journaling. So keep it up, boo.
I do want to say, hold on, like for all of you, hit the comments. Like, do you speak out loud or do you write your goals and affirmations? I would really love to know, just to get an idea. And of course, like I, you know, told you what my psychologist friend said, but like outside of that, like what do you do? Because again, just curious.
Yeah, you guys journaling? If so, like leave us some tips below on like what you do to help you communicate and to help you get your goals across, but also like your mantras for the year. I love like one of yours has been like, give myself grace. You've had a couple, but
give myself grace. The other one that when they hit hard, I keep them up for a while just as a constant reminder. But the one that I've kept up, you know, kind of for a while is that everything you have in you is all you need, and all you need is everything you have in you. And so, you know, just thinking about our journeys and everything that we've been blessed with, all the situations, even though yes, they're stressful, not gonna lie, but all of my life experiences have all accumulated up to this point, which is why back in our previous Keepin' It Real video, we mentioned that it's been, you know, just Cali's medical journey has been not as difficult for me because I've gone through it and I kind of know how to navigate that landscape. And so, but yeah, I'd be curious of that, and really curious how you guys practice your self-care and your self-love and your inner work and all that stuff like that, because I'm constantly trying to grow. I'm constantly looking for tips. And again, like I said, we have an important few months coming up that there's going to be a lot of stress. It's going to put a lot of test on our family, our patience, our relationship, our marriage. So whatever you guys can provide, leave it in the comments, because we just need to have all the info we can so we can try and find out what works for us.
Yeah. And then you mentioned too, it's like there's so many elements to yourself. Like there's your body, there's your mind, there's the spiritual aspect of it. And body wise, I've been getting back into fitness and just trying to move more. So like in the morning, I hop on the Peloton, I do yoga, I go for walks, and that's always been my area that kind of like calms me down and makes me feel good. Like I'm an athlete, so fitness is my thing, and I feel like I got away from it for a while because I was so focused on Cali and what she needed, and then there wasn't enough time in the day to go work out. And it's like, even if it's 15-20 minutes, like I'll literally go hop on the bike for a 15-minute ride, and I feel so good afterwards. And I know you, because of like your body and your autoimmune system, you got other things that you do to kind of give you energy, which I think is the other side, which people could enjoy to hear.
Yeah, it's a lot of treatment maintenance. So I get vitamin IVs. I would recommend them. I would say they're very expensive, like almost $200 each time. But essentially, it's like B vitamins, C vitamins, zinc, like all the minerals that like help your body create energy. I get those. I get acupuncture, which acupuncture has literally been a lifesaver. And I'm trying to learn the different things like yoga. And I say learn, like one of these days I'm gonna get up and do it. I know in the back of my head I should.
Then do it with me.
This same doctor said I should walk 2 to 3 miles a day if I can, just because once you walk 2 or 3 miles a day, like it opens up like so many different things and endorphins and like different things that your body does, and it treats things. It's almost like when you have a sinus congestion or some kind of pressure build up in your head, because I've been getting migraines lately, being able to like walk it out, put your body in this mode where it's like literally pushing and forcing out all of the bad stuff. So
yeah. And to wrap it up, you know, like we're married. Like this is a marriage, and we have known each other for like 10 years now. 11 years. We've been married for how many? 5. That was just me quizzing her.
It wasn't, she didn't know.
Anyways, and it's like we've grown so much over the last 11 years, and I feel like the key to that and like where we are now is that we both have like a growth mindset. And when we got married and when we met, we knew that we had big goals, and who we were that day wasn't going to be who we were in a year and 5. And we were very clear on that. So I knew that I wasn't getting the complete Rome, and he wasn't getting the complete Felicia. And so here we are 11 years later, still thinking about what we want to do in a year, in 4 years, 5 years, and communicating that with each other of what our goals are spiritually, physically for each other. And then as a marriage and as a family has been really key. And so I advise you guys to do that too, is like to talk out loud about like what you want to do in those 3 buckets, because all those 3 buckets complete us. Like me as an individual, our marriage, and then our family. And so this has been nice to be able to have those conversations about, okay, how we're going to get through this year and then what the following years will look like. So again, everybody, thank you so much for joining us on our Keeping It Real, and we're gonna vlog about this staycation. Like, subscribe, leave some comments below if you're enjoying our segments, and we just appreciate you, and we're so thankful that we could bring you into the real side of being medical parents.
Yes, thank you. Have a good one.